Divine greetings, it's Kat. I'm back with another love video. This time I felt led to talk about why we are attracted to emotionally unavailable individuals, why our attachment and love styles need to be healed in order to change and shift the energy of the type of people who are attracted to us. This is very vital if you're looking for a way out of a toxic cycle in your life. If you find yourself being attracted to or attracting the same types of people in different bodies, we need to get out of this. Now, what causes emotional unavailability or avoidant type behavior? This begins, as you have guessed, yes, in childhood. This starts when we have one or both parents who are emotionally unavailable, and a lot of parents, especially my generation, Generation X, commonly confused with boomers. We are not boomers, okay? This is a generation that was considered the latchkey kids. A lot of our parents worked, a lot of us were in single parent homes. So when we come from the absence of our parents, either emotionally or physically because of work, or emotionally because they're set up to be emotionally unavailable, then this creates a need in the child to fill that void. So we go with what's familiar. When it's familiar that the person we love is not easily available to us, whether it's physically or emotionally, we activate that inner child no matter our age. We activate unconsciously that inner child who seeks the validation of that absent parent. So this creates avoidant style personality traits or attachment traits. And likewise, this also creates what you're attracted to. So when we are not used to healthy love patterns, we are often drawn to people who cannot give us what we need fully. They can only give us fractions or portions of themselves. So what ends up happening is, because you feel empty, you seek that to fill that emptiness or that void. And sometimes the pseudo excitement that we feel from an emotionally unavailable partner gives us something. It's an emotion, it's a longing, a desire, a passion. The unpredictability of it, it's almost like a high, right? So those emotions are better than feeling nothing at all to the unhealed person who hasn't worked on that part of themselves. So what happens is we get stuck in a loop of almost a masochistic loop of where we are hanging on to whenever this person will breadcrumb us or give us a little bit of attention. And that highs, those highs and those lows are like a roller coaster. And what do people do in roller coasters? They get excitement from it, right? It's the highs, the lows are so low, but then you like live for those highs. But what this is an inconsistent pattern. And I want you to know you could deserve consistency. And often, a lot of times, the older we get, the more we crave consistency over drama and toxicity, right? It gets to a point to where it's so harmful for you inside that you simply don't want to do it anymore. So I want to talk to you also about a subject that I talk about recently a lot, and that's self-abandonment, and that goes along with it. Self-abandonment is when we are allowing ourselves to be taken advantage of, to be disrespected, to be treated in a subpar or poor way because we have issues we haven't addressed, and we need to address this in order to do better. So I do want to admit a little bit. I think that attachment styles can be combinations of things, and sometimes different partners will activate different things from you. For example, I recently had to admit to myself that I also exhibited slightly avoidant tendencies as well. And I did grow up with both parents who were unavailable in one way or the other. I grew up with one parent who was emotionally unavailable but there physically, and then I had another parent that wasn't there physically. But that the time that I did spend with that parent, they were sort of like, gushing and just kind of, it's almost like a love bombing thing. Like a love bombing, and then I'm going to go away and I'm going to not live up to my promises to you, and I'm not going to show you through actions that I care. So this type of combination can create a person with like combination attachment style issues. You may find yourself anxious one point and then avoiding another. And it's all in the effort to protect ourselves, protect our heart from getting hurt. We want the love and the connection, but we don't want the hurt, the potential hurt that comes with that, right? So the first thing I really recommend is quantum healing your energy child. That is going back in time and sending that quantum healing energy and working with your inner child to heal those wounds so that you as an adult can begin to recalibrate your heart space and to heal the wounds around there so that we can start learning something different. You get to a point where you just want something different, right? You really do. So yeah, in my own journey, I'll tell you a little bit about it. When I was younger, I was attracted to, like so many people, the person with a little bit of edge, right? I came from the complete opposite. I grew up like a sheltered church girl, and when I left the house, I wanted the exact opposite of that experience. So I found myself being attracted to women who had a little bit of an edge, who were not all the way available for one reason or the other, and who basically just kind of played into the whole unhealed childhood dynamic. And when I had finally had enough of that, I began to do the inner work of my inner child. And time and space is no deterrent of sort of rewriting your inner child's story. You can go, what I say, back in time, but all time is happening at once. But you can go into that part of your spirit, that's the inner child, and do that healing. And you also can go ahead and start out loud, verbally saying to yourself and the universe certain things. Like what I said to myself was, from now on, I am going to attract partners who accept me exactly as I am and not want to change me, right? That was one of the first things I said, and I began attracting just that. In the past, I had attracted partners who I felt as if I had to change or either hide parts of myself in order for them to want to pursue me, so to speak. So one gets tired of that shit, to be honest with you. And I was like, from now on, that's it. If you don't accept me how I am, just kick rocks, And so I started attracting a different caliber of person to myself. So it begins with that. Write a list and then put it out there in the universe. Do a fire ritual. Write down the qualities that you want in a partner. And then if you don't have a fire pit or a fireplace, burn it with a candle flame in a fireproof container, of course, and release that into the universe and let it go. Fire and smoke are really, really powerful ways to send our prayers up into the ethers. So we need to begin to heal these things. We need to begin to also learn how to avoid being manipulated by people who also have unhealed attachment styles, because these types of people are just attracted to each other like a magnet, and it's almost like one needs the other. So I don't want to say that people that exhibit avoidant characteristics are necessarily bad people inside. We're all just a product of what we have experienced, and it doesn't mean that we have to stay stuck to that experience. So we can begin to work on healing those things. You can have a successful relationship with someone that exhibits some of these characteristics if they are actively working on themselves and they show you through their actions that they're actively trying to be better, because everyone needs love regardless of their attachment style. We just need to learn how to work with proper healing and healthy attraction in order to get there. So go onto my website. There's something there for everyone. And take a look at the books, take a look at the Divine Feminine Mystery School. There's lots there. And also take a look at my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen some of my recent videos on relationships, there's a lot there. You can binge watch it if you want. I would appreciate that. And also, while you're doing that, click like and share the videos. I'm also available for heart healing, heart energy medicine healing around heartbreak, around etheric cores that may be attached to you from relationships that are hindering you in your current life from moving forward. I'm telling you, energy is really real. It affects a lot. So sometimes we have energetic cords attached to people from previous relationships, and we have these stuck to our auric field, and they block us from blessings. They block us even from other relationships because there's an interference there. So I'm available for energy medicine of all types. That is what I'm here for. It's my purpose. The ancestors have selected me to specifically work with energy medicine, and it's something that I love. I'm available for chakra alignment and psychic surgery, energy healing, just to balance the chakras and to feel calm and peaceful and clear. And I'm also available for many different indigenous and shamanic ritual, ceremony, and things of that nature. All the information you'll find in my bio, in my website. Until we speak again, blessings, love, and light.